I too want to commend, I suppose, the Vauxhall 100 committee under the auspices of the chairmanship of Ivana Bacik. I think we had a very successful year in all, and it was great that it was a cross-party, and I think everybody made a contribution to that. But I do want to commend as well the individuals and the organisations throughout the country and beyond who organised events to mark the anniversary of the 100 years since the women's vote and the suffrage movement, and indeed Countess Markievicz and the 1918 elections. And last Saturday was a poignant and memorable day, as our own Sinn Féin Ard Comhairle was held at Lissadil House, the home of Constance Markievicz and Eva Gore-Booth. After all, Countess Markievicz was a Sinn Féin MP who, obviously, like all the other 72 Sinn Féin MPs at the time that were elected, refused to take their seats in Westminster. And indeed the next woman MP to be elected was our own Michelle Gildernew in Fermanagh South Tyrone in 2001. They were among the women and the men who came together from every class and creed and background, from rural communities, from the slums of Dublin City and everything in between. And these women rejected the confines of class and privilege to join the combination of the National Women's Movement and the Labour Movement, declaring that they stood for the Republic. Of course, the campaign for women's suffrage had started years earlier, and in the 1911 census, women refused to participate on the basis that if women don't count, then we don't want to be counted. We should remember too Winifred Carney, who stood in East Belfast. She was a socialist, a trade unionist, a feminist and a Republican. And I want to commend the 1916 Relatives Association and the National Graves Association for the wonderful tribute that they organised in Milltown Cemetery earlier this year, and indeed Deirdre Hargey, the Lord Mayor of Belfast, for the portrait unveiling last month. But Dr. Kathleen Lynn as well was a Fellow of the Royal College of Surgeons. She was another revolutionary patriot suffragette and of course a proud Mayor woman, and she gave her entire life to healthcare. And I'm asking Ian that all members of this House would join in the campaign to name the Children's Hospital after Dr. Kathleen Lynn. But it was their aim, the aim was that the aim of these women at the time was the same as the Wolf Tone, to break the connection with England and to assert the independence of our country. And their story is one of determination, independence, idealism and self-sacrifice in pursuit of freedom of the Irish people. And we continue to be inspired by them today as we continue the struggle for Ireland based on equality, freedom, peace and prosperity. A century on, it's timely to reflect on the progress which has been made to the glass ceiling. And while these were the most unmanageable of revolutionaries, they forged the road that we still have far to go on. The fact is that women are still something of a novelty in political life, but there are things we need to do, like closing the gender gap, creating lives free from violence, affordable childcare, the end of economic inequality, and to bring more women into political life. There can be no liberation without women's liberation, so the struggle for equality will continue.